put these to the side for a second. Oh my god. They're falling. Hi. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Gina, and this is just some of my unread manga. There's still like 2 Sailor Moon box sets and a couple other manga that I didn't pull, but these are like some of them that either been on my shelf for a good amount of time, or I recently got them and I'm like, I need to read it in case I want to like keep buying the series. So for today's video, I decided, it's time to tackle some of my manga TBR. One, my shelf is getting really full, and 2, it's been a while, and I've been adding to it instead of like reading what I got. I don't particularly see that as a problem, except my bookshelf, like I said, was kind of getting full. Now, realistically, I'm probably not going to donate them unless I don't like them at all. So that would be like a 2-star or less. Anyways, I have quite a bit, and I don't know where to start, to be honest. Well, actually, I take that back. I do kind of know where to start. I have, where is it? Here we go. Cat Life Balance, Volume 2. This just came out yesterday on a Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. And it's apparently like, it's an adult romance and not like steamy. This is more classy, but it's just like, instead of high schoolers, it's adults. And it involves cats. And apparently it's good for people that are fans of Sweat and Soap and Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. So I read volume 1 and it was so cute because like one girl, the main female character, she is really shy at work, but she comes off as like this really cold person because she's just in her head. And then this one guy, he's like, everyone loves him at work. He always does too much and volunteers to do everything, which is like a sharp contrast from her. And in reality, their personalities are actually kind of different, but at the workplace, it's like blah, 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 you know? So he ends up spotting her one day playing with cats, and he gets to see her like light up and not be so shy. And because he discovered essentially her secret, their life changes in a sense. So it's so cute. It's so cute. And yeah, I went ahead, I had pre-ordered this and then it came out yesterday. So I got it. I do want to read this. I think I'm going to read this first. And then after that, no idea. Yeah, no idea. I'm also recovering from getting my wisdom teeth pulled. So I'm not going to read for the whole day, essentially. I have other things I want to do as well, but I will probably take some naps because it's my day off, and naps, hydrating, and all that stuff is really good for healing. So, with that being said, let's start tackling my manga TBR. Oh my gosh. I I'm a bad vlogger. And let me tell you why. I got really absorbed in my book, in my manga, and I forgot to film the end, like watching me finish it. And I'm gonna be honest, I cried. Not like sobbing, but there were tears. I'm surprised, very unexpected from this. I'm not gonna give my review yet of what I've read so far because I want to read at least one more thing. Um, one of these two, maybe both, if depending on how I feel. It's like 9:30 p.m. Um, but yeah, I cried, and now there's not really gonna be anything that tops that for the night, probably. But I still want to read a little more. Probably just one more. I don't know if I want to read Blood on the Tracks. That's something I recently got, so maybe I should read Fragrant Flowers because I've had this on my shelf for like a year. So, and it's short. Yeah, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna go back to the living room, and yeah, I'm not expecting to cry because this was a one shot, so that makes a difference. This is not. This is a series, so I doubt I'm gonna like bawl my eyes out over this, but we shall see. So I'm gonna go back to the living room now and read at least one more manga before heading to bed. Well, before I give you my review and then heading to bed. Yeah. Okay. I managed to read 3 today, and that's like in between naps, going to the library, going to the comic book shop, um, eating, more naps. Yeah, but you know what? I'm very proud of myself because that is 3 more off of my manga TBR. And honestly, I want to get through all of my manga this year. Granted, I am adding to it, but I hope to get pretty close to finishing all that I have. And with that being said, let me go into the reviews for the 3 that I've read. So starting with the first one, Cat Life Balance, issue. Oh my god, I was thinking comics. Volume 2 by Akari Odakara. This is really cute. It introduced I mean, the plot was kind of always there, but it introduced conflict, and I'm wondering how it's going to end up. It ended on quite a cliffhanger. Um, I'm hoping that main character, what is his name again? Mamoru. I'm hoping that he is open with the main female character about what's going on and that there's no like confusion, but we shall see how that goes. This just came out I think I said that earlier. So I have several months to wait till the next volume. Oh, it's going to be a pain. But at least I have all these like other manga to read in between the wait time. I don't even know when the next one's coming out. I didn't look it up. I don't want to know because I'll be like really sad. Um, Unless it's next month, which I don't think it is. Anyways, super, super cute. So far, I do recommend it, especially if you're looking for like a romance with older characters in it. I've noticed that they are making more and more of these and not just like the really steamy ones. Um, these are more wholesome, and I'm really glad that they're making more of these. So, very excited, very excited. Recommend. I gave it like 4 stars on Goodreads. I think it's a solid 4.25. For me, high rating, to be honest. Now, the second one threw me off because the premise sounded interesting. The title alone is already like, what? So it's called An Older Guy's VR First Love. Presented by Violence Tomoko. Um, Here's the cover, and I cried. I don't normally cry with stories, but I cried at the end, so that was kind of crazy. And I can't tell you what the end is without spoiling it. But essentially, the main character is an older guy, and probably like in his 50s, 60s, maybe, probably 50s, but could potentially even be his 60s. And he's in this VR game, and this is him. This is the main older guy, and he's not like he's not like what's the word for it? He's actually kind of innocent. He's not like a creeper or anything. Being a woman, he just likes the character. It explains why he chose this character in the story itself, which is like really great. And you get introduced to this character here. This character is basically like the almost the polar opposite in energy towards the main guy, and you just kind of see their relationship form in the VR world, and of course, a love story blooms. I will say there's a chance. Well, there I can't even say what the ending is because I can't say more than that. But essentially, yeah, he spends his time in the VR and they develop a relationship. And it's so cute. It's so cute. And it turns out to not be creepy in the end either because you would think, like, oh, okay, maybe he ended up with some teenager or something. But no, they did not go down that route. So cute. And yeah, I cried. And because I cried, I gave it 5 stars. I think cat sneezed if you heard that. Anyways, I think I would have originally given it like 4.5 because it's a really easy read. But after the ending, my gosh, and crying, it got bumped up to 5 stars. So it's a solid 5 stars. Surprisingly, I actually do recommend this. I was a little worried that I wouldn't when I first bought it, but I bought it for a reason. Like it sounded kind of good based off of the premise. It's it's wholesome, it's cute, and I just yeah, another story of like romance with uh older age characters. So really good. And then the last one I picked up is something I've had on my shelf for like a year, and it is The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Volume 1 by Saka Mikami. And I'm so mad at myself. I do this a lot. I don't know why I didn't pick it up sooner. I know when I bought it, I meant to read it immediately, but I didn't. I was in school, so I probably just wasn't in the mood. But it's already super cute. I see why it's very popular. Um, it's a love story between like a prestigious, she's not necessarily preppy, but like a girl from a prestigious school and a guy from like a essentially like last hope. Like we guess, you know, you might make it in society after this. Um, they're considered like delinquents and stuff, but he's actually not really that. He's just not that good at school, but he himself is actually like a really kind person. He just happens to not be that great. Both of these schools have these reputations and they end up finding each other, and you're starting to see a relationship develop. Both of them are like super shy. It's really cute. I mean, they're super shy towards each other, but not in a way that is like awkward for the reader. It seems a little more, I don't want to say natural because it's not quite that natural, but you can kind of pick up some of the feelings if you've been in this type of situation before. I haven't been in this exact situation, but like liking someone who kind of fits a different crowd is scary. But if you just kind of like ignore that, then you can really get to know the person. So that's pretty much like what this is going on. Um, it's cute. It's really cute, and I'm looking forward to continuing reading it. I know it's an anime now, but I I want to actually read this. I don't know if I want to watch it so much. So yeah, those are the three manga that I read in this video. One of them was a 5 star. The other two were like 4.25, and that's three off my TBR. So you know what? We did great today. By we, I mean me. But maybe you read alongside me. Um, yeah, and maybe you will pick up one of these. Like maybe you haven't jumped on the bandwagon and started this. Maybe you want to get started in this before you're like too far behind. So far, we're only on volume 2, so you can catch up. And this one is a one shot. I don't know when this even came out. It's been out for some years, I think. So you might have to order it somewhere. This was in my local comic shop, so that worked out for me. And yeah, with that being said and done, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. I honestly did not do the greatest at vlogging. Um, I will be honest, I've been in a little bit of a slump, but we're coming out of it. So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to end the video here and I will see you next time. So, until then, bye.